morning, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Today, we are presenting webinar on now. Today, we are presenting webinar on library, which has been organized by Applied Science and Humanities Department of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul. To understand the role of library in everyone's life, the teacher's role in students' life, to inculcate the reading habits in the students, and to develop the students' level by using the library resources. I, Vaishali Nathwani, would like to introduce today's guest speaker, Dr. Netra Bhatt from Nagpur. She has completed her PhD from Nagpur University. She is working as a librarian at Aspire International School and Junior College, Nagpur since 2015. She has been appointed as exam officer for IGCSE Cambridge Assessment International Education. She was running her own computer institute, Prime Computer Education at Malkapur from August 2003 to January 2007. She has been awarded life membership of Elias Academy in 2021. She has got third award for the paper presentation in the national conference at Sakhar Kheda on 24th April 2019. She has also been awarded Rashtrapati Award in Scout and Guide in 1996 and Rajyapal Award in Scout and Guide in 1994. She has written various research papers in national and international journals, which helps the students in their field. It's a privilege to welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, and
Thank
you
you.
can start with the session.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, all. Good morning, everyone. Now, today we are focusing on the role of a librarian in everyone's life. So, here I am Dr. Netra Bhatt from Nagpur, presenting my screen. As today's topic is role of the librarian for developing and making use of the library. Means in everyone's life, library is playing an important role. So here what we say that ki, library is a part of everyone's life, but as well as librarian also a part of the user. Not we said that everyone's life when we are entering school and colleges. So that time the librarian role is vital in their life. So we are focusing on firstly we are focused on the library in our life. What is the role of and what is the importance of library in our life? That is as beginning means when we start our education from the school level. From them, it's we say that as beginning to knowledge and culture. Library play an important role in society. So library provide why it is that much important because library provided the services, facilities, and resources to the user. User means to whom? Who are using the library? Who are using the library materials? They are use their means they are fulfill their study with the help of library. They are the user for the library, which support them in creating, forecasting for learning for them by themselves. Library is the place where yourself only the teacher for you means no one means teachers will give you a particular assignments or what project कि you can do that, but what exactly we want for that to complete that project, that time you have to take the decision by your own. So there we say that कि it is the place which support in creating forecast for learning what exactly we will be. It's based on our thinking, our decision power for them and themselves only means the user. they only take the decision in a library कि कौन से बुक हमको लेना है, कौन सा बुक हमें important रहेगा. तो there they are the forecaster for themselves. Libraries support literacy and education. Users are able to think with new ideas and angles that are an inventive and innovative. If you don't have any idea about the things, then you will not able to take a decision. But library is the place which helps you to take the decision by providing the related material, what that we say that reference material. A library can provide us with education and access to all kind of material like book, magazines, audio and video. It's called a non-printed materials that we could not afford to buy. Some materials are very costly, and it is only for a year. If you are taking study, means you are studying in a first year or second year or third year. So if you think that first year students, तो फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, उनको उस साल के लिए जितना भी डेटा चाहिए उतने बुक्स हम अफोर्ड, सम बुक्स आर वेरी कॉस्टली, वी आर नॉट अफोर्ड इट मीन्स एक साल के बाद में वो बुक का करेंगे क्या. So that's why what we can say कि that time we are using the library. Library will provide each and everything. It is a place where all walks of life may be present, including children, youth, and the age, because there are different type of library. Children, youth, and aged also means from beginning of your knowledge of your education, when we are starting to take a knowledge or take a education, that time library is important in your life. So if we say that कि गलती means हमने starting से library, aged person means नर्सरी का बच्चा भी लाइब्रेरी यूज करता है, तो जो भी बूढ़े हैं वो भी इफ दे आर विशिंग, दे आर विलिंग टू टेक एजुकेशन, दैट टाइम ओनली library will help them. A library has a great importance of its own. For a person of average earning, it is difficult to purchase more than one or two daily newspaper. Some people are very fond of to read a different book. It is not applicable only for the people, it is applicable for the student also. Or monthly magazine, but it is the extreme wish to sophisticated people to know all possible shadows of judgment views as expressed in different newspaper. So the library helped them by providing the material which fulfill their desire. If we say that something means, if we are taking an example कि जर्नलिज्म वाला स्टूडेंट है, उनको देखना है कि किस तरह से अलग-अलग पेपर में किस तरह से एक ही न्यूज़ अलग-अलग पेपर में किस तरह से पब्लिश की जाती है। और सम आर हैविंग दैट मच क्यूरियोसिटी, सम यूजर्स आर हैविंग दैट मच क्यूरियोसिटी कि हाँ, ये एक तो न्यूज़ यहाँ है, इज़ इट ऑथेंटिक? सो कैन वी नॉट क्रॉस चेक इट फ्रॉम अदर पेपर? तो इसीलिए कैसे वो अलग-अलग पेपर से वो चेक करते रहते हैं, तो दैट व्हाई इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर एवरीवन। इफ वी थिंक दैट इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ पब्लिक लाइब्रेरी कि वहां पर जो 10-12 रोज के न्यूज़पेपर आते हैं उनमें से वी आर नॉट ऑफर्ड एवरीथिंग, 10-12 पेपर करके हम करेंगे क्या परचेस करके. सो दैट टाइम वी आर यूजिंग द लाइब्रेरी एंड हियर ओनली द लाइब्रेरी हेल्प us. All types of library are performing a very strong role throughout our life. All types. There are, if we know that, कि anyone know कि how many types of library? So there are three types of library, main three types of library. One is academic, public library, and spatial library. In under academic library, school, college, and university, these libraries are comes under the academic library, where we are using this library for education purpose only. Then public library, it's for open for everyone, and a spatial library like special things. if we say that कि पर्टिकुलर med हॉस्पिटल का है, एक स्पेशल जहाँ पर रिसर्च होता है, so which called research library, it comes under the spatial library. So here we say that all types of library are performing a very strong role throughout our life. Library provides a very healthy atmosphere for learning as well as making notes or completing a project for the user. If we decided something is nowadays it is very difficult for students. What we said, it's a pandemic and school or colleges where nowadays it is open, but if we think about the last year, so it is not possible for the students to go and to visit the library. That time we miss the library a lot. Why? Because हमने कभी भी सोचा नहीं आज ये तो मुझे complete ही करना है. But what happened कि we are choose one corner of the at the home. and then we are sitting there and doing our work, but sometimes suddenly someone is कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है, तो मम्मा भी बुलाती ये करो वो करो वो करो. So here it is not that the place, but library provide you that place, कि no one will disturb you. You can choose the place, sit on that place and complete your project there only. The user get a very calm and disciplined atmosphere, which helps them to maintain a good concentration on their study. Users do not purchase very every book. It is same here only. Sometimes they want to refer to the rare books or historical book. Rare book means what? Okay, the rare books are few books are there, so they are only keeping in the library, and it is not possible for them to purchase those books because their cost is very high, in which users are interested to reading that materials. Hence, library provide an effective alternative where user need to pay a small number of membership. There is no need to pay a lot. ईयरली एक पर्टिकुलर फीस रहता है लाइब्रेरी का, वो अगर आपने मेंबरशिप ले लिया, इफ यू आर नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज or the public library, then also if you give a small number of money means membership fees, and then you can use that library, and user will have permission to access a variety of book, newspaper and magazine. Here we say that it's a part of library. What library? Library provides your study material. They are means give a particular place. They are giving a particular time for completing your project, for completing your study, for doing your study. Or sometimes you can use a group discussion in the library also. But if you are having a good library, sometimes we say that we are having a good things, but no one will ready to manage that, no one is there to manage the things. Then and that what happened, कि the things whatever things you are having are the useless. So here we need a expertise person, means expert person to maintain each and everything. So here librarian is the person who are maintaining and providing the facility to the user, who are maintaining the library materials, we can say study materials. Accordingly they are categorized, they are he or she make the category of the particular book, कि ये बुक मुझे चाहिए तो वो वही उसी शेल्फ से मिलेगा, दूसरे शेल्फ से नहीं मिलेगा. So that's why librarian has the person who concentrate on user services, facilities and technical services also. And the main work of librarian is to maintain or to manage the administrative service in the library. This work directly help the librarian for making their library better and make them happy and successful users. Librarian works for their users to provide useful services and facilities. Librarian work with patrons to help them find the information they need. What exactly the person, the user want? Sometimes what happens, student came in this library and they are searching, but they are not exactly know what they want. कुछ तो भी आते हैं एक शेल्फ से दूसरे शेल्फ से तीसरे शेल्फ. Then library, it's a duty of the librarian, they can ask them what exactly they want, and librarian only there to help them. They analyze the user, they know that कि हाँ बच्चा आया है कुछ तो भी करने आया है क्लास लाइब्रेरी में, कुछ तो भी सर्च कर रहा है, बट उनको पूछना है कि what exactly they want, or the expert librarian analyze the user what exactly they need. They analyze the need to determine what information is appropriate and search that information for them, acquire and providing the information to the library users. What exactly they want, क्या चाहिए उन बच्चों को, किस चीज की वजह से उनका जो रिसर्च है, उनका जो प्रोजेक्ट है, उनकी जो स्टडी है वो फुलफिल हो जाएगी. तो इट इज द स्किल ऑफ द लाइब्रेरियन ओनली. Here what we say that ki sometimes what happen, the next role of the librarian is what, they are showing user how to find and evaluate information. Sometimes what happens, students are unable. Sometimes what happens, the students are from coming from the remote area, from the village. They are not having that much technical knowledge. And here the role of librarian is to guide them particularly and in the proper way. For example, librarian commonly help user navigate the internet so they can search for and evaluate information efficiently. क्या चाहिए, कहाँ से सर्च करेंगे? There are so many search engines are there. There are so many websites are there. So librarian will help them how to navigate the things, how to find out the data where it is valuable for the user only. Library in technical services such as acquisition and cataloging. Acquire, prepare and classify material so patron can find them easily. Sometimes what happened ki when the book entered in a library, it is not that much part of librarian to keep the book on the shelf only. No. Here, the technical part of the librarian is to find out the book. Firstly, they want to read the abstract of that book. This book, sometimes what happened, the title of the book is different, but the content are totally different. So here the role of the librarian is to analyze and to categorize according the subject wise that book, और उनको वो category में उनको रखना है. After that, in that field, they what they want, they like they make the place of for the book, particular book on the shelf. They have to make the places कि वो बुक उसी जगह पर मिलना चाहिए, जो कैटेगरी में रखा है तो उसको उसी जगह पर करना है, तो इट्स कॉल्ड एन एक्सेशनिंग. And when, how can we find out the book? Librarian give the particular address to the particular book. It means they can give a call number to the book, which is helpful for user कि librarian को आकर पूछ लिया मैडम ये बुक कहाँ है, तो librarian easily say that कि हाँ ये शेल्फ पर जाओ, वहां पर historical, just like you are means we say that engineering. Polytechnical इसमें क्या है, engineering faculties, different faculties. Some are engineering faculty, some are like computer and computer science faculty. So where if two students are entered in a library, one is from CS means computer science and one is from engineering. So then and there librarian has that much command कि कौन से स्टूडेंट को कौन से शेल्फ में या फिर कौन से रैक की तरफ भेजना है कि वो बुक आपको वहां मिलेगा. That's why they need to maintain the library by using the techniques that's called accessioning. Librarians work in an administrative service to manage the management and planning of libraries. What management exactly? Librarians deal with the provided services, resources and equipment also. बहुत सारी चीजें लाइब्रेरी में आती है. Sometimes what happen here we say that कि the librarians जो है उनको उन जो भी बुक्स आते हैं वो सारा बुक्स स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोवाइड करना जरूरी है. Here the major role of librarian is to provide the book to the student or to the user, or every user must have read the particular book. और जो बुक ऐसा होता है कि कहीं कई बार वो शेल्फ के पीछे पड़ा रहता है, वो किसी का ध्यान ही नहीं जाता है, then and there librarian has the duty to present the book in front of the user. So here librarians deal with the provided services, resources and the equipment which are available in their library, supervise the library staff. Library then perform public relation and fundraising duties. Here the important thing is that if we want to develop our library, then fund play a vital role. Why? If you don't have the money, so how can we develop our library? So here the librarian role is what? They can maintain the relationship. Sometimes what happens is good person are like that. So some good person are there. They are donate the library. They are donate the books to the library. तो वहां से भी अच्छा खासा लाइब्रेरी को मटेरियल्स मिल सकता है विच आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द लाइब्रेरी. दैट टाइम हियर वी से दैट कि लाइब्रेरियन का रोल क्या है. Their role is to perform public relations and fundraising duties, prepare budgets and direct activities to ensure that everything functions properly. बजट तो करना है, बजट तो मेंटेन करना है, प्रिपेयर करना है, देन एज वेल एज दे हैव टू अश्योर दैट कि जो भी एक्टिविटीज कर रहे हैं इट्स गोइंग इन अ प्रॉपर वे और इन अ exact way. Librarian has to take care of developing the reading habits in the student as well as staff members. Staff member means all are a library users. These all are a library users. So here, why they need the why librarian need to inculcate the reading habits between the library users. Sometimes what happen कि लाइब्रेरी में आकर भी हमारे पास में डिस्प्ले कुछ नहीं होता. What we say, we are very used to about the pictorial part. हाँ, library has a good book. Library has a good material in their available in their library, but librarian doesn't want to show them in front of the user. तो वो जो डेटा अपने पास में है, वो जो मटेरियल लाइब्रेरी में है, इट इज यूजलेस. सो इट इज द ड्यूटी टू द लाइब्रेरियन कि उन्होंने वो मेंबर को, जो भी लाइब्रेरियन यूजर है, उनमें रीडिंग हैबिट्स इनकलकेट करने के लिए, डेवलप करने के लिए लाइब्रेरी में जो भी मटेरियल है डे बाय डे दे कैन शो, दे कैन इंट्रोड्यूस the material to the library users with the help of some activities. Sometimes what happen for students, some means when we are organize this librarian organize few activities, just like library week हो गया, इंटरनेशनल नेशनल बुक डे हो गया. सो ऐसे एक्टिविटीज लाइब्रेरियन ने अपनी स्कूल लाइब्रेरी में या फिर अपनी कॉलेज लाइब्रेरी में डेवलप करना चाहिए. One more example is that if you want to develop a reading habit in the students, so we are doing that. What we can do, we can say the students best reader of the year from the student, and best reader of the means year from the staff member also. So it will motivate the user, it will motivate the student as well as the staff. हाँ, मैंने तो मुझे तो ये मिला है. So what we can do, we can take a picture and we can put that picture on the notice board for the, at least near about 3 to 4 months. So what it shows that कि बाकी लोगों को भी लगता है नहीं, हमने भी कुछ तो भी करना चाहिए, हमें भी ये अवार्ड मिलना चाहिए. This is a strategy to develop the reading habits in the students, to develop among reader a pleasant and positive attitude towards reading, to supplement the course of education formally or informally, to think and plan which books to add and what the student can do with book. Sometimes what happen we need to take a feedback from the user, we need to take a feedback from the library user. Sometimes what happen, student want staff wants something new books in a library and we are keeping same books long means year by yearly. तो वही वही बुक पढ़ के ना सब थक जाते हैं, या फिर वी से दैट कि किसी किसी को नहीं, हमें तो कोई तो भी नया बुक चाहिए. दैट टाइम व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी कैन टेक अ फीडबैक फ्रॉम एवरी यूजर कि which exactly which book you want to read, and we are making the budget and we are making that type of book list which are more demanded from the user only. Librarians are means what we say, that librarians are responsible to create an opportunity कि उनको it's their means their responsibility to create opportunity to go out, tell the students what they have in their library. Who are the publisher means who are what we say that कि आपकी लाइब्रेरी का एडवर्टीजमेंट करने के लिए who is the main member, your student. If you say that अरे नहीं मत जाओ, लाइब्रेरी में तो कुछ भी नहीं है, what it shows that if you have a good material but if the librarian doesn't have a good means maintain the friendly relationship with the student circulate the message in their friend कि नहीं नहीं ये तो अच्छा नहीं है, हमें लाइब्रेरी में कुछ मिलता ही नहीं है. बट हियर द लाइब्रेरियन मस्ट नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट कि बच्चा बाहर जाएगा या फिर यूजर बाहर जाएगा तो यही बोलेगा नहीं नहीं बाहर जाओ, लाइब्रेरी में सारी चीज मिल जाती है, वी विल हैव ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इन अ वन अंडर द वन रूफ. हियर हाउ कैन लाइब्रेरियन हेल्प द यूजर? से ठीक है, बहुत सारा चीज है, बहुत सारी बातें हैं, लेकिन उसको प्रेजेंट कैसे करना और उसकी तरफ यूजर को किस तरह से अट्रैक्ट करना. Nowadays, it will say that technical era. In this technical era, librarian play a role, a vital role, a versatile role, and they are the mentor for the user. So they have the command on the technical part also. Though you are using a traditional library, but nowadays it is very important to develop yourself. हमें खुद को डेवलप करना बहुत जरूरी है. डे बाय डे अभी सारा चीज है. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर द स्टूडेंट टू कम इन कॉलेज एंड बोरो द बुक फ्रॉम द लाइब्रेरी. सो हियर आवर ड्यूटी इज दैट टू प्रोवाइड द डेटा टू द यूजर. So the first thing is that the first important thing is librarian can recognize each and everything. कि what exactly the student want, what exactly the user want, a need for information, what exactly we want in our library. लाइब्रेरी लाइब्रेरी है पॉलिटेक्निक कॉलेज की और उसमें लाइब्रेरी ने डेटा भर के रखा है आर्ट एंड कॉमर्स रिलेटेड. तो इज इट यूजफुल? नो, इट इज नॉट यूजफुल because librarian recognize that कि what exactly my user want, and along that they have that much capacity to make a systematic, to make a project like a systematic way. वो बुक चाहिए, वो बुक आप लो, उसकी लिस्ट बनाओ, उसके बाद में वो डेटा आप प्रोवाइड कर सकते हो. So need for information and data to achieve a specific and end and define limit to the information need. What exactly need? What type of information exactly the user want? Provide that type of data only. Go identify which type of information. किस तरह से इंफॉर्मेशन आप बच्चों को प्रोवाइड कर सकते हो. इफ इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल नाउ डे, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर द स्टूडेंट. या इट्स not possible for the student to come and borrow the book from the library. Then and there, what happened? It's a duty. Search karo. Google. We have a lots of data on the Google. Such few uh, videos related to the curriculum or related to the syllabus. Keep it aside, and when student want, then provide that data to the students. Will best meet to the need. Then plan it. Select the most appropriate search tools, just like what we say that search engines. How many types of search engines? If you say that there are lots of search engines, if we think now we don't want we don't need anything, we want our search engines which are helpful in our academic. There are different kind of search engines, but the best search engines is commonly search engines. If you are using a mobile iPhone, then the different search engines are there. For desktop the different search engines are there, but for the which are the common search engine, it's called a Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a search engine where you will have or you will get the data which is required for your study. It's a different categories which says that ki get cited, news journal or for physics, then science directed. So is such kind of search engine. You can go on a Google, type there a best search engine for the academic. You will get a list of search engine. Use those search engine which are helpful for your study. Next is was gathered. Access full text information both printed and digital. Read and download online materials and data. Library is the place where you will get printed material as well as non-printed material. Printed material means just like a textbook, hard copy, all hard copy. textbook, reference book, CD, your videos, each and everything means जहाँ CD में वो रखा है, CDs and all these things are a printed material. Non-printed material means was a digital means CDs and all it's into non-printed material, and nowadays it's a e-material or digital part. Evaluate, assess the credibility of the data gathered, manage, identify opportunity to assure that research data is ethically stored for reuse in other projects. Nowadays, it is very difficult to find out the ethical data on the website. And you can, when you are using the data, you need to check it whether it is corrected or not, whether you are having that much permission to use the data in your project, because nowadays plagiarism and copyright act is very strongly work. So here you need to take care of that कि जो भी डेटा आप नेट से सर्च कर रहे हो, जो भी डेटा यूज कर रहे हो, वो यूज करने से पहले उसकी अश्योरिटी, उसकी वो इट इज एथिकली करेक्टेड और इट इज corrected or it is a permitted data to use in your project. Then present, see connection between sections of own data and the literature. किस तरह से डेटा हमें चाहिए, वो सारा डेटा हम कहाँ से कहाँ से सर्च करेंगे, in that matter librarian will help there. Then how to inculcate the reading habits, it is up to the user only. Librarian give you a good things, bad means good materials they are providing, printed data, non-printed data, e-books, digital books, all these things, but it is from here what exactly we want. How can librarians start making use of the library, किस तरह से करेंगे? First, display board. Librarian must to maintain their display board. At least if you are a junior college librarian, if you are a school librarian, and from where you inculcate the reading habit in the student from the school level. So here display board. Why? What is the use of the this display board? कि जो भी न्यू अराइवल है लाइब्रेरी में, इस साल हमने कौन से नए बुक खरीदे हैं, कौन से नए बुक्स है, या फिर कौन से बुक्स ऐसे हैं कि जिनको किसी ने हाथ तक नहीं लगाया है, और जो ऐसे बुक्स है कि जिनका किसी ने यूज ही नहीं किया है. सो इट्स अ लाइब्रेरियंस ड्यूटी टू शो the books, what we say, the cover page, to display the cover page on the board, so it will attract the user. एटलीस्ट एटलीस्ट वन टाइम वो आकर तो देखेंगे, चलो ठीक है हम देख तो लेते हैं, ये ऐसा लिखा है, बुक का कवर तो बहुत अच्छा है, मुझे देखना तो एक बार चाहिए. तो डिस्प्ले बोर्ड, यू हैव टू मेंटेन द डिस्प्ले बोर्ड. देन फ्रेंडली नेचर. बच्चे आते हैं, बच्चे आने के बाद में सबसे पहले आप if you have a good nature or friendly nature with the user, so they will visit your library again and again. But if they call you madam, 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 and you are neglecting them, so no one will give a chance to you to come and to develop your library. No, here you must have the friendly nature. Do the work as a browser. That's why I'm telling, every time I'm focusing कि librarian must have developed their nature. They must have a versatile person. नॉन प्रिंटिंग मटेरियल ओल्ड एज मटेरियल सारा हमें अगर सेग्रीगेट करके रखना है, हमें इफ वी वांट टू कमांड ऑन मींस वी आर हैविंग अ कमांड ऑन ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, देन यू मस्ट डू द वर्क लाइक अ ब्राउजर. Sometimes what happen, you are having a big library and student, they are not ready, they are not able to find out the particular thing from the library, then and there your work, what is your work, you are work as a browser कि कहाँ से क्या मिल सकता है, किस तरह से मिल सकता है. So you can work like a browser कि हाँ they entered in a library and they asked the question, ma'am, where is the book? You have that much command कि हाँ ये book यहाँ मिलेगा, आप वहां जाओ वहां. So here your work is like a browser. Then organize library actively. Shuffle it. Sometimes what happened ki it is not possible for everyone to shuffle the library. What we say, make a separate desk for the new arrival. Make a separate desk for the day, for a day, particular day. So I am focusing on a particular books कि हाँ ये book आज बच्चों ने पढ़ना ही है, वो किस तरह से पढ़ना है, वो क्या करेंगे. तो it's my headache. So what I can do, उसको ऑर्गेनाइज करके रखो, टेबल पर इस तरह से सजा के रखो, तो एटलीस्ट क्या है ये देखने के लिए अगर बच्चा आता है, एंड व्हेन दे ओपन एंड टर्न अ वन पेज, एंड इफ इट इज इंटरेस्टेड, नो वन विल डिनाई कि वो बुक को वो पढ़ेंगे ही नहीं. सो दैट्स व्हाई कि हमें उनमें अगर लाइब्रेरी का यूज करने के लिए उनको इंसिस्ट करना है, उनको बुलाना है, तो ऑर्गेनाइज लाइब्रेरी एक्टिविटीज. Discussion area, give them a discussion area. Sometimes what happened ki library, what we want, pin drop silence. So it is not like that. Make a separate area, a particular area where they are coming in a library and they are discussing their topic related discussion, they are completing their discussion there only. So give them a space. When you are giving them a space, so automatically student will use the library. Book review. Sometimes what happens, some students are very interested, so give them a task, give a small book to them and ask them कि या ये पढ़ के तो आओ, 8 दिन के बाद में आना, और ये बुक का क्या रिव्यू है, ये किस तरह की बुक है, और इसमें हम क्या कर सकते हैं वो मुझे बताना. If anyone heard that Mr. Amit Deshmukh, he is a CA person, but then only now he changed his profession. His profession is he is a book reviewer. His reading power is strongly, he developed his reading power, and they are he is read the book one page in a 1 or 2 minutes. So here book review, why we are focusing on book reviewing, because we want to develop their reading skill. So ask them to read this book and give me the review of the book. So here their capacity, means their reading capacity and their thinking capacity both are developed. कीप वन ऑथर्स स्पीच. बच्चों को अच्छा लगता है कि एक आधा सेशन ऐसे रखो कि इफ some students are very, means they are having a favorite author, keep one speech for the author. Then understand the user's problem and solve them. Sometimes what happen ki we are having a different slot, different category students, so it's our duty to understand their problems and solve them. Then free audiobooks, provide them a free audiobooks. Search from website, from Google, and provide the free audiobooks. तो ऑडियो बुक सुनकर भी हाँ एक बार तो ये बुक को पढ़ ही लूं. समटाइम व्हाट हैपन, वी आर कुछ तो भी सुनते हैं, सुनने के बाद में ऐसा लगता नहीं नहीं आज मैंने ये सुना ना, थोड़ा सा देखते हैं कि इसके बाद में क्या होता है, पन्ना तो पढ़ के देख ही लेंगे. सो इट विल हेल्प इन दैट. Create a reading space. To develop a reading habit in students, it is essential to create reading space. It is very essential. Let them read as per their interest. मैं यही पढ़ूंगी. Here what the problem कि हर मम्मा भी यही बोलती है कि नहीं, क्यों फिक्शन ही क्यों पढ़ोगी, नॉन फिक्शन क्यों नहीं पढ़ोगी. नहीं, let them do. Our main motive is what? To inculcate the reading habit in the student. So whatever they want, firstly give them the chance. जो अच्छा लगता है पढ़ो, उस हिसाब से पढ़ो, but at least start reading. Then take a trip to library. Take a small visit to a museum, to a different library. So it will help कि ये वो लाइब्रेरी में तो ये था मैडम, हमारे लाइब्रेरी में हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं. You will get an idea from the students. So how can we develop our library? So it is very important to take a trip, a small trip, yearly or twice, means after 2 years or twice in a year. एक ट्रिप या फिर दो ट्रिप तो होना ही चाहिए. So it will helpful for develop your library and your students thinking power. Fun reading moments in everyday life. सुबह से स्टार्ट होता है. So find a reading moment. दिन में एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम हमने रखा के रखना है कि नाउ आई हैव दिस मच टाइम फॉर माय रीडिंग ओनली. It will help you to read, to inculcate, to develop your reading skill. Surround student with books. Sometimes what happened, I when I visited few library, then I saw कि कुछ बुक ऐसे होते हैं कि जो कबर्ड में पैक रहते हैं. Give them an open access. When you are giving them an open access na, it will help you, it will help the student to develop their reading habits. बहुत अच्छी चीज है, लेकिन मुझे वो हाथ ही नहीं आ रहा है, मुझे वो समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है. इट्स द कवर पेज इज गुड एंड द स्टूडेंट नो दिस बुक इज वेरी गुड, बट वहां अगर लाइब्रेरियन नहीं है, सो की इज विद द लाइब्रेरियन, एंड देन दैट डे दे आर इन दैट मूड कि हाँ आज तो मैं जाऊंगा और आज तो मैं कुछ तो भी पढ़कर ही आऊंगा. तो दैट टाइम व्हाट हैपेंड कि उनका वो जो मूड होता है वो निकल जाता है. So give them a book, give them an open access in your library. Surround students with a book. उनको रहने दो उस लाइब्रेरी में, बुक के बीच में रहने दो. तो whichever book they are searching, they want, they can automatically और easily वहां से उठाकर पढ़ना शुरू कर देंगे. Set an example. उनको बताओ कि देखो रीडिंग से इस तरह से हम अपना खुद का डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हैं. Then here the way how can we develop the reading skill in the student. So access to a variety of book. If you have a variety of book, I told you कि if you have a good material but you are not having a good person who are guide how can we use these things, who are not providing the facilities and services to the user, then and there is a no value of the material. So access to a variety of book. Some reader, some type of reader are having that much capacity. They are directly access, and what they are starting positive reading attitude. Some are having dicey mood. नहीं मुझे आज नहीं पढ़ना है, मुझे कल पढ़ना है या फिर कुछ भी. Then what you can do, freedom to choose material. Give a freedom, give the open access to the students. चलो पढ़ो जो भी है, लेकिन हमें क्या करना है, हमें पढ़ना है. आपको पढ़ना है, आपको रिव्यू देना है, आपको क्या करना है, कौन सा बुक पढ़ना है. ओपन द डोर एंड गिव देम द चांस, गिव देम अ राइट टू रीड द बुक फ्रॉम लाइब्रेरी whichever they want. What the result will that they are enjoying reading, they will enjoy the reading. Or sometimes what happens, sense of accomplishment. ठीक है, पढ़ना है किस तरह से. Some students are enjoy the reading, but some students they are reading, but why they are reading, they are having the sense of accomplishment. Then what is the next result? Next result is positive reading attitude. एंजॉय किया, चलो आधा तो बुक खत्म हो गया है, पूरा क्यों ना करो. देन दे आर स्टार्टिंग दैट. चलो एक सीरीज, गिव अ सीरीज टू देम. एक बुक पढ़ लिया, व्हाट नेक्स्ट. So automatically they are coming in the library and they are calling you, ma'am, give me one more book related to this book, and or inculcate the things in, give the provide the materials which are related to their correlate, they are having the correlation between their academic syllabus also, and you are they are enjoying their reading also. So here they want a positive reading attitude. If you are having a positive reading attitude, it will inculcate directly reading habits. Sometimes some are हाँ positive, हम मैं पढ़ लूंगी कल. But here what's the next role? To motivate read more reading. एक दिन आ गया, 2 दिन छुट्टी. Some students are एक दिन आ गया, दूसरे दिन भी वो आता है, वो रीड करना शुरू कर देता है. But we need to take efforts on to whom, those who are not what a regular reader. That time what you can do, motivate them for reading, motivate them. Then Automatically reading habit will inculcate, and then independent, they are independent readers. And automatically, when you are reading a lots of book, your vocabulary, you will have the command on the on your language also. Next, how to develop the students level. Automatically, if you are reading, if you are started reading, you are gaining your knowledge, you are improve your skills, and what we say that you are improve, you are develop your vocabulary also. When you are developing your vocabulary, so if you are sitting in a group, and the discussion, if the discussion are not related to your topic, and if you are reading the books related to that particular topic, so you are able to get, means to enter in that discussion, to discuss the things with the expert person or expert who are having that topic knowledge और the subject knowledge. तो उसमें भी आप बैठ सकते हो, क्योंकि why you are a good reader. किस तरह से स्टूडेंट का लेवल बढ़ता है, what is the positive thinking for reading increase thinking power. If I'm thinking, yeah, इस तरह से if someone give me the motivational books, if you are read a few life skills book, so automatically wherever you are open your mouth, before that you think twice or thrice कि मुझे यहाँ पर बोलना है या नहीं बोलना है. मैंने तो वो बुक में इस तरह से पढ़ा था कि ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए. So it is the positive sign. When you are a good reader, you will automatically develop your level. Reading motivate the student, they motivate the student. Sometimes what happen, कि no one is there for helping you, that time you can read a few books. Means here, what is the thing, what is the important thing, कि sometimes no one is with you, but a book is with you, and it is only the friend for you at that time. It will motivate you कि नहीं, वो book पढ़ के हमें थोड़ा सा मोटिवेशन मिलता है, नहीं उन्होंने तो वैसा किया था, why I am not doing this. Next, reading help for gaining the subject knowledge as well as other knowledge also. Yeah, नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपने अपने सब्जेक्ट से ही नॉलेज, मतलब सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड ही बुक पढ़े हैं तो आपका सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज तो बढ़ेगा ही बढ़ेगा. बट इफ यू आर रीडिंग अदर देन दैट, so it will automatically helpful for to gain the other knowledge, to increase your other knowledge. Reading build confidence and make them take decision. Sometimes what happens, if you don't have the subject knowledge, if you don't have any idea about the things which are happening around you, so at that time what happened, you are not able to take decision. Why you are not taking decision? Because you don't have an idea about the particular subject. So if you are not having the idea of what's going on there, is it correct to take enter, means to enter in that discussion or in that things where someone is telling, हाँ चलो चलो आ जाओ हम ये करते हैं. No, firstly what you can do, you can relate it to the सब्जेक्ट. उसके बाद में फिर आपको कॉन्फिडेंस आता है, नहीं मैंने ये तो ऐसे पढ़ा था, मैंने ये तो किया था, नाउ आई एम टेकिंग अ डिसीजन, नाउ इट्स माय टर्न to enter in this field, and you can take a admission and you can start study. But before that, what you need, you have a knowledge, you have that much confidence. And who will give the confidence? The confidence will given by the materials which are you refer, which were you refer in a past, which were the things which are you are having with you only right now. जो हमने पढ़ा है, हमारा नॉलेज कोई भी नहीं ले सकता है, वो तो हमारे ही पास में रहता है. यू आर थिंकिंग पास, नो वन विल सोल्व दैट. आप वो आप ही के पास में रहता है, कोई नहीं खींच के ले सकता, कोई नहीं छीन सकता है. इट इज विथ यू ओनली. Then famous author and good links for reader. Here I'm giving you the famous author and good links. This link will help you to find out famous authors from India and their books, which is helpful to motivate you. I think so. And then, if you think that, if you see the successful students library, see this is the successful students library. Why they are success? Because they are having a subject knowledge as well as other knowledge also. They are a good reader. a good reader having that much capacity to know the things easily. These are the special links which will help you in your study. Here, if you are going on Google, find means search type World Digital Library, then Universal Digital Library. Nowadays, it is the situation. It's a pandemic, so if it is not possible for the students, you can search it each and everything from here. So it is helpful for them. Project Gutenberg, then Google Books, Bartleby, then Internet Archive, the largest digital library for downloading ebooks and audio for free. Some are having a subscription, you have to pay for that. But if you want a free access, so you can search from here Internet Archives, then Open Library, more than 1 million ebooks of classic literature to download. Sometime give a space, give a time for yourself कि हाँ मुझे 20 मिनट तो भी कुछ तो भी अदर पढ़ना है, मेरा तो स्टडी का है, साथ में मुझे खुद को फ्रेश रखना है, खुद को कुछ तो भी एक्टिव रखना है. So that time you can use this site for open library. You will get each means lots of millions of ebooks and classics over there. It is a reading meta process. Ki how can we inculcate, how can we develop our reading skills? So we say that input and motivation. If you are inputting something, it will process and then output will be there. If you are a computer student, you know that. What is the process? And this is the fundamental process of everything. कि what firstly we want the input. हमारे पास कुछ input ही नहीं है, तो how can we expect for the output? So if we want a good output, then you give a good input to your brain. So impactful value. What is the impact? Firstly, book per channel. Team है, management है, skill है, culture है, hobby है. So it is like that. What is the source for that? Recommended by the mentor or leader. You are the students. Who will recommend you? Your teacher will recommend. Read these books. You can find out this book from the library. You can read it and you can complete your project. So source is what? So recommended by the mentor or leader. Heard on podcast or YouTube. Sometimes what happens if you are not getting any material in a printing form, so what you can do, you can go on a Google. Nowadays it is easy. You can go on a YouTube and search it whether the related video is available there or not. Continue amazing on searching other bookshelves and photos. If it is not possible for them, sometimes what happens some rare books are there which are not in a digital format. That time you need to visit your library only. Then next is, why do we read? क्यों करना है read? Reading की इतनी value क्यों है? Now everyone has a tab, everyone has something in their palm, so that each and everything is available in digital format. Then also, why we need a library? Why we need a printed books, printed materials? Though we are a technical era, लेकिन ऐसे बोलते ना, मराठी में कहावत है जुनं ते सोनं, like that, कि old is gold. Old is gold. Why old is gold? Because आपके पास में you have some restrictions where you are using e-books. Light चली गई हो गया. If you are not having, if it is an online book and you don't have the internet connection, it is not possible for you to read the books. But in a printed material form, so whenever you are feel that now I am feeling very bored and someone I want something new or something thrilling in my life, so you can visit your library, search particular books and take that books. It will help you 24/7. There is no need, कोई light नहीं चाहिए, कुछ नहीं चाहिए, कुछ नहीं चाहिए. So why we need reading? So to know what happening around us. Reading start from when we start our day. Everyone means some are having that habits कि हाँ चाय के साथ में तो पेपर मुझे होना ही. It is a good thing. Why they are reading these things? Because they want what happening around us. to understand the subject matter, then to boost, enhance our imagination, to increase power of judgment. Ma'am, unmute yourself, please.
Bills made by me. बहुत सारी नहीं है कल हमारा मूड सारा मतलब
10. This is the subject. Why we need the reading, why we develop our reading skills for increasing verbal intelligence. Ma'am, mute yourself. For boosting our memory, enhance learning capacity, expand vocabulary, and develop strong analytical skills, and improve concentration. And finally, reduce stress. At least, here we say that the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. This is the power of reading.
अलग पाथर नाम ले लिया
શરીરે ધર્મેન્દ્ર કેમ બોલતા હતા મારી ઓળખાણ આખા પીવ માં તું જોઈ જો મારી ઓળખાણ
2 મિનિટ હોય તો શાંતિ.
पानी बंद मत करें
Thank you, sir. Any question?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello.
Hi, yeah, thank you. Any question, ma'am?
No, madam. I think you have covered all the topics.
Hmm.
But just one question: how can we encourage our students for using library?
Sorry, ma'am. Pardon.
How can we encourage our students for using library, more library?
Yeah, ma'am. This is what the things are there. How can we encourage our students? So you can, what we say that manage few things for the students. You can make the activity based. Like sometime what happened ki library week are there in a November. Library week are there. International National Book Day are there. So what you can do, make few activities, organize few programs in a library. So based on that, give a few books to the students and ask them ki you can read this book and give the review. And if you want to attract to the student towards library, so you can maintain a display board that I'm covered each and everything is there कि display board cover करो, उनको बताओ कि लाइब्रेरी में एक्चुअली है क्या, फ्यू एक्टिविटीज उनको दो कि हाँ ये एक्टिविटीज है, इससे बच्चे आपके मेन थिंग इज दैट कि बच्चों ने लाइब्रेरी में आना बहुत जरूरी है. तो फ्यू ट्रिप्स उनको मैनेज करो, उसके थ्रू कैसे जाएंगे कि बच्चे वो लाइब्रेरियन से कनेक्ट होंगे. जैसे वो कनेक्ट हो जाएंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली देयर कॉन्वर्सेशन विल स्टार्ट फर्स्टली. तो here what we are doing when the session is started, we are taking one orientation program from library every year. If new students are there, they know the value of the library. So when year is started, academic year is started, you can organize one orientation program for the students from library. So it will very fruitful for them to know what is the importance of library.
Okay. Thank you so much, madam, for joining with us today.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you, ma'am. Bye.